Now, one of the most powerful speeches today was from former Treasurer Josh Frydenberg. We've had to cut it down for time now, but again, head online to watch it in full. But here's some of what Josh had to say.
At first, our leaders decided to ignore what was happening. Then they just hoped it would go away. Now, belatedly, they are starting to appreciate the depth of the problem. But what has happened in the past is not as important as what happens right now. It's what we do from here. Friends, adversity is our window of opportunity. I am pleased we are starting to see movement at the station. A meeting of National Cabinet, a federal police task force that is making arrests, minimum mandatory sentences, anti-doxing legislation, and at a state level, a ban on demonstrations outside places of worship. All of which are important, all of which are welcome, but the sum of which is not enough. You see, these measures are largely reactive, and what we need is to be more proactive. There is no point scooping water out of a boat that has a leak, hoping it will not sink. You must plug the leak first. Otherwise, all on board, Jew and non-Jew, will eventually drown. And this is my message today. Our country is at a pivotal moment that goes well beyond everyday incidents of anti-Semitism and hate. There is something more sinister, something deeper that is at play. And it should concern every single decent Australian. What we are seeing in Australia, and indeed across many countries in the West, is best summed up by journalist Bari Weiss, when she said, "When anti-Semitism goes from the shameful fringe to the public square, it's no longer about the Jews, it's about everyone else. It's about a culture. It's about a country. It's an early warning system, a sign that society is breaking down." How else can you explain other reputable bodies and reputable people seek to defend the Bankstown nurses by saying they were simply making a joke? Or a Vice-Chancellor at one of our leading universities who sought to explain away a student's public support for Hamas, invoking academic freedom. Or other university leaders who seek to defend violent statements from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, or globalise the Intifada as simply the exercise of free speech. Friends, with such moral blindness, it's no wonder that our houses of learning have become hotbeds of hate. that the anti-racists have become racists and that the progressives have become regressives. The disease of intolerance is spreading, and it's infecting so many across our country, and particularly our young. So now is the time to stand up and be counted before it is too late. To get back to basics and defend what is right over what is wrong. To promote and uphold our values of freedom, tolerance, diversity and respect for the rule of law. These are not Labor or Liberal values. These are Australia's values, and they belong to all of us.